You know, one of the benefits of living in a predominantly white suburb when it comes to voting time is that, one, I don't have to worry about racists blocking the way for me to vote because, more than likely, because they live there. And two, I don't have to worry about voter fraud. Yay. Hey readers, how are you? I'm doing so, as you can tell by my cleverly planted sticker on my chest, by the time of this recording, it is November 3rd, 2020, Election Day. It is around 9:30 in the morning. I have just voted, and that is all I can bring myself to do. But Laron, you're clearly recording a video. You know what the fuck I mean. But yes, as you can see, there is no laptop in front of me today. There's no script, which is going to be joyfully gleeful for future Laron when he edits this. And the reason for all this is that I couldn't bring myself to come up or exert the proper amount of energy in order to actually talk about a specific topic for today's video. So I figured it's been 4 years since the last time I've done one of these. Let's do another stream of conscious video. So yes, that brings me back to my original question. Hey readers, how are you? How are you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing a lot better than I thought I'd be doing. Albeit, I am going through a certain amount of things this year. And to be fair, 2020 has not been kind to anyone other than Jeff Bezos, who I still keep putting money in his pocket because I keep ordering things from Amazon. But that's neither here nor there. For a lot of you who have been following me for quite some time, you know that I, like probably many of you, lost my job, my full-time job, because of the health and safety crisis back when Michigan was first given the order to be put under quarantine in April. A lot of progress has been made regarding the actions that I am taking, so I feel more comfortable going into a bit more detail about it. But as a result of me losing my job, I have decided to sue my old job. And that's mostly because of the way they let me go. And the way that they let me go is because even though we had a plan in mind and it was approved by the district head, during the time that we were ordered to stay at home and only have businesses open for like essential needs, we were not allowed to work from home. Albeit my job was essential because it was a staffing agency, a felony-friendly staffing agency. Even then, we had a plan that was greenlit by the district head and utilized by other branches of the company to utilize if we had to work from home. But we never had that option. And then we later found out that our rival companies were allowed to work from home or remote locations, even like one of the bigger ones. Once again, I'm not saying names because I don't know if I can do that. But yeah, I decided to ask some questions regarding why. And then it also doesn't help the fact that they wouldn't like directly give us cleaning supplies. We had to like pay out of pocket and get reimbursed in order to like properly like sanitize and our work areas and our office. Even paying for cleanup came out of our pocket. But yeah, I decided to ask one of the higher ups in like corporate level and ask questions. I got a response, but they wanted a phone call. Because I don't know how like libel laws work in the state of Michigan, because I never would have thought about doing that, I asked, okay, is it okay if I record the phone call? Never got a response. Until an attorney for the company got in contact with me via email saying that the person I talked to transferred our email conversation for her asking to call me to him and wanted to know if he could answer any of my questions. And once again, I was like, yes, but only if you give me permission to record the phone call. A week later, I was laid off. So yeah, that's pretty much why I've been unemployed since April. How about you? Oh man, this is fucking depressing. But other than that, you know, it's been fine. The highs definitely came at the cost of lows, like very low lows. For example, I both met and befriended YouTuber Tulak the Barbarian, who does 5e builds for a lot of pop culture characters for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. Actually found out about him this year, back when my buddy Scott on NerdSync first shared a video of his, specifically about his build for Mysterio from Spider-Man, because of course anybody who watches Scott knows his love for Mysterio, so I wasn't surprised that that was the video he decided to share. I watched it and I was like, holy crap, he kind of knows what he's doing. And then I saw his movie review of the first Dungeons and Dragons movies with Marlon Wayans, and I was like, this dude looks exactly how I pictured that he will look. Cause you ever just get that, like that, you just hear somebody, you've never seen their face, but you hear somebody and you immediately picture what they look like based off their voice alone. I've only done that with 3 people, and I was only right with 2 of them. And those 2 people were the R&B singer Anita Baker and Tulak the Barbarian. Oh, you want to know who the third one was that I got wrong? Kanye West. When I first heard him rap, I thought he was light-skinned. But no, I say that it was a high that was brought upon during a low time because it took me finding out that he was also a fan of mine once I decided to promote myself for different gigs and whatnot. Once the movement for more black creators to be put out in the forefront happened upon the murder of George Floyd. So yeah. But bright side, we kept in touch. I wanted to collab on him for some things because, not gonna lie, he has more subscribers for me. And it was like I always want. And I love playing Dungeons and Dragons despite how problematic it is right now. And he seems like a very chill dude. It makes no sense why I know just so many white dudes who act and kind of look like one of my best friends. It's fucking uncanny. But no, when I appeared on his 200 episode special of us fighting the big purple fuckboy, it was amazing how well we gelled, especially by meeting Grace for the first time and everybody else. That was great. And now he's going to be running like a mini campaign with me and Scott during the Stone Age, and I'm currently using his Yautja build. That's the race of the species for predators. If you're not a diehard nerd like I am, but I'll post the link will be up here, but I'm going to be applying it to like the Leonin build from Odyssey of Theros that recently came out, because I want a saber tooth tiger hunter artificer, and I want to play him super nerdy and intelligent like that, like kind of like Hank McCoy slash Beast. I don't know. It's just something about those characters that just like get me. It's probably one of the reasons why I don't have a problem with Professor Hulk in the comics or in Avengers Endgame. If you've been following me on Twitter, then you know that I'm making dice for fun and for sanity. Yeah, I've been following a lot of this YouTuber's tutorials named Ribinator. He goes through everything you need to know about making dice and about like what you need to make dice properly without like any air bubbles and everything. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I got into the hobby because I am a super huge fan of this dice maker named Ynir. She makes fucking beautiful dice, and a lot of the dice that she made, I know are absolutely suited for my characters. But she always goes on sale when I'm broke or I can never afford her dice. So one day I just saw this YouTuber, just make some dice and just go through the steps on how to make a pressure pot, how to like mix resin. I was like, this is expensive, but I'm down. So I would say that my 2020 has been, I'm not gonna lie, due to the times currently, along with lethargy and some form of seasonal / COVID depression, I haven't been as active or productive as I would have liked to been this year. Like, I had plans to bring back What I Missed permanently. Realized that wasn't going to happen. And also there's just like a lot of video essays and movie reviews that I wanted to do, but I just didn't. And because they're seasonal, I literally have to wait until next year to do them. And to be fair, one of them also revolved around a certain movie coming out at that time, and I wanted the video essay to come out around that time, because when I did my Candyman video essay, Jordan Peele and Nia DaCosta's Candyman was still scheduled to come out in 2020. And that changed! Oh boy, that changed. Some video games that I played is Ghost of Tsushima, and I love that game. I wasn't expecting to love that game because I played a little bit of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I don't know, I wanted to get hyped for it because ever since Ubisoft started adapting the romance options in their games that is so known for BioWare, because clearly they're not using it anymore. I wanted to get excited about it. But yeah, I loved Ghost of Tsushima. I beat it like a couple of weeks ago upon the recording of this video. Have yet to start New Game Plus. Just got into Legends. I initially got it because I was suffering from Destiny burnout and wanted something to play while waiting for Cyberpunk 2077 to come out in November. And that changed. But from the looks of it, like I stated before, things are looking up as far as my lawsuit. I am contemplating whether or not, with whatever my previous company wants to settle with as far as proper repercussions, whether or not I want to stay in Michigan and just like fulfill my millennial wet dream of being a homeowner, or follow my career and properly move to California, looking at Burbank, sticking to Burbank. I say that because more than likely if I stay here, I'm going to buy a house. But if I move to California, specifically Burbank, California, I'm probably going to rent, because what I would get from my settlement is probably just a down payment if I decide to buy a house there. And I'll prefer to just like buy it full out, because I doubt I'm going to like be immediately gainfully employed, despite the connections I had to California, if I immediately moved there. Unless by an act of like fucking Ra, Anubis, and Horus at the same time, that one of my connections just immediately hooks me up with like a hosting gig or something that pays tremendously, and I feel comfortable like buying a condo as soon as I move down there. But it's just like, so I'm weighing my options, and at the same time I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, mostly because I don't have that many eggs. But yeah, that's pretty much how I'm coping. I'm taking the good with the bad. Because I don't have that many eggs, I am making omelets sparingly, but when I make them, they are delicious. So I guess, readers, your homework assignment for the day is to write in the comment section below how you're currently coping with 2020. Are there any highs? Are there any lows? Are there any mediums that you're content with? I love to know your thoughts, because you know, we're all in this together, and I'm making this as a form of decompression so that when the inevitable happens, regardless of whether it's in our favor or not, we're going to have to buckle down for the long haul regardless. So let's just get everything out in the open now. If you want to help financially support the channel, which I completely understand if you do not have the means right now, it is a very tough year, and I'm extremely thankful to everyone who has and continues to do so, despite my ability to properly do things on time, because my upload schedule is just ass. You can join my Patreon by clicking the card at the end of the video or in the link in the description down below, where you can also find a link to my merchandise store, which I admit I probably need to update. Or if you prefer a one-time donation, you can find links to my PayPal and my Ko-fi account in the description box as well. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. I realize that a lot of my viewers haven't been everybody who subscribes. They're mostly like brand new viewers, which is good for the algorithm. But something tells me that YouTube is back to its old tricks again, and not all of you are being notified about me whenever I release videos. So make sure you click it. because I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and every other Friday when I'm in a good headspace. But until then, this is Readus 101. And I hope you're dealing with all this bullshit just as well as I am. Class dismissed.